Amateur Night.
Welcome in, everyone, to episode 6 of Amateur Night. I am one of your hosts, Jake Shun, aka Jakeymuffins. I will be joined here later on tonight, hopefully shortly, by Corey Curran, aka Frosty. Tonight we will be watching the championship game from this past weekend, the IBL Gold Cup Championship game, the Super Cup. In that matchup, it was us against BBB, who we matched up against in the first week of the IBL Gold Cup. And let's see if I can get that screen to pull up. All right, so we got a couple of minutes here before the game starts. A little bit of warm-ups prior to the matchup there. We are in the black jerseys over on the left side. BBB over on the right side in those bright pink jerseys. That first matchup, let me pull up the score, but I do know that was our biggest loss on the season. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was a 13-point loss, if I remember correctly. But it was our only double-digit point loss on the Gold Cup season. And our second loss on the season in the IBL Gold Cup. Our only other loss came against the Woodpeckers, who were undefeated in the regular season, but fell in the bracket once they got into the playoff bracket there.
And we are here today to bring you the inaugural IBL Pro.
And this week's episode is going to be in true Mystery Science Theater 3000 style. It does seem we have, this is our camera. If you didn't catch it this past weekend, Minotaur Streaming also broadcast this game live over on their YouTube yesterday, over on Sunday. So we will have some commentary from them here as well.
So you haven't missed anything. 0-0. And you know, while we're doing this, Jim, let's slap up the roster so we can let these folks know what's going on. And we have, there we go. BBD number 0 is Nate, just Nate. We do those last game, but we score secrets at the end of this broadcast. Number 1 is Kevon Johnson. Number 2 is Austin Mosley. Number 3 is Austin Irwin. Number 8 is Sanchez. Number 22 is Chris Hayes. Number 30 is Josh Parker. 33 is Jay Singer. And 55 is Braxton Barrow. And for the Hoosier State Instigators, we don't have numbers, but fortunately, Jim and I are very familiar with the Hoosier State Instigators, and we can identify them by sight. So, somewhere in this mix.
Yeah, in this Super Cup game, if you don't remember, this was a special matchup for the Hoosier State Instigators, being the only professional team in the IBL Gold Cup. They had the quick path to this Super Cup matchup and were locked in, whereas the BBB had to earn their way into this matchup by going through the bracket, facing off a couple of different teams this past weekend on Saturday, leading up to this matchup here on Sunday. They did win their games and wound up being the champions of the Gold Cup, leading to this matchup here that we see for the Super Cup.
Cruz Sanchez. Is that down there? P1 Johnson, Austin Mosier. Chris Hayes and Josh Parker, I believe. Yes, it is. Oh, Chris Hayes is going to take a seat. Jay Skinner is going to take a tip off instead. Yeah. Rico Spikes out on the floor for Hoosier State Instigators. As is, that's Tyree Johnson, JoJo Hart, Chuck Bloom. Mike Hughes, there he is. Yep, he's right in front of you.
Yep, and starting lineup for your Instigators there. You see Chuck Bloom up there at the center to take the tip. Rico Spikes, as well as Mike Pugh, JoJo, and Tyree.
And we're off. Oh, the Instigators control this. Mike Pugh with a quick layup. And all of a sudden, it's 2-0 Hoosier State Instigators. Hoosier State is the home team on the scoreboard. PVB the visitors. It appears we're playing, I think,
And a little bit of foreshadowing, if you haven't already seen this, keep an eye on Mike in this game. He has a pretty solid game. A nice steal there. Another pass out. Chuck gets that out to Rico. And a quick foul there by the Instigators. We've seen throughout this Gold Cup play not as many trips to the free throw line as typically seen in the ABA, but that was a pretty obvious foul there. And again, that alternative rebounding strategy there with BBB having one player for the rebound, Instigators with 3, they do get the rebound.
All the way across, a little too tall for JoJo Hart.
And the other thing about this matchup here being the Super Cup is we are playing on that full court instead of the split courts that we have been playing on the past few episodes of Amateur Night for the Gold Cup. And then the layout of the game is also 4 quarters instead of the 2 halves that we have been seeing. Nice shot there by JoJo, though, to hit that 3.
And Instigators putting on a little full-court pressure here. Maybe we get through it. Jay Skinner with a three-pointer. It's a little bit short. Rebounded by Chuck Blue. He turns it over to JoJo Hart. JoJo back to Chuck. Chuck's going to fire one from the top of the key. It's a little bit too long. Battle for the rebound. Last touch by Josh Parker. And so the ball will stay with the Instigators.
And the Instigators do have their new coach at this event here, Jill Dobbs. If you haven't seen the new news, she is the 3rd official coach for the Hoosier State Instigators. We're really looking forward to have her on board for the ABA season.
Austin Mosier with it. Sanchez guarded by Tyree Johnson. Underneath to Parker. Parker shoots, won't go.
Nice rebound there by Mike.
Over to Chuck Bloom. Down the court to Tyree Johnson. Over to JoJo Hart. Back to two. Now they're just trying to test my knowledge and play with it.
A nice steal there. A nice feed there by Chuck. But it does get tied up down low. BBB seems to get that ball.
BBB passing it around. Devon Johnson throws an unusually hard shot up. And Josh Parker there with the
Good
offensive
offensive rebound for VBB there, and they get those second chance points. Pretty close game here early on.
Cornered by JoJo Hart. Rebounded by Mike Pugh. Mike is quite good at that sort of thing. Rico spikes with it. He puts the shot off the glass. Oh, nice offensive rebound and put back by Tyree Johnson for the Hoosier State Instigators. 7-3 Davis. 8.5 minutes of coming up in the first period.
A tough shot there for VBB, but they knock that down. Keep it just a 2-point game here in the first quarter.
The video of BBB and know that these guys are no joke. Cruz Sanchez had a handful of Hughes jersey. It was defensive pass interference, I think. 10-yard penalty. Another thing about Mike Pugh is that he is right back. So, Cruz, that's probably him. Jake Skinner scores 2 down here at the BBB, so 7-5. Nice. Yeah, nice assist.
I get it all tied up there for BBB. 7 all with JoJo Hart here looking for what he can get. Passes it out.
Johnson guarded by Sanchez. And we've got a whistle on the floor. Timeout. And we're going to take a break and be back in a moment.
And we see a timeout called here. Again, this is a little bit different than what we have seen in the other Gold Cup games. Typically when the players were coaching themselves, we didn't see many or any timeouts called, especially early on in these games. But in these games at general, we didn't really see many timeouts called at all. Again, different than what we've seen in the ABA. Not only do we have the timeouts for the player or coach, we do have the media timeouts that are designated within each quarter. But again, with our coach here for the event, we do get that added extra person there to, kind of call timeouts when needed. We'll see how the Instigators regroup after that.
Oh, nice block there by Josh Parker. Might have been too much body and not enough ball, though. Now.
And JoJo going to the line. As always, he's a guy to keep an eye on at the line because of his form at the line. He does not dribble the ball, but he does make the shots. Or at least one of the shots. And a nice steal there. Nice feed down low. And that puts us up by 3 again.
Yeah, Cruz Sanchez's long pass hit the curtain. We're not playing off the ceiling.
Hit the barrier there. It's almost like a jumbotron. When they play football sometimes. Some nice moves there from Chuck. Pass down low, and they get that one up and good. Instigators looking hot off of this timeout. Bring their lead up to 5. You see the press defense here. That leads to another turnover for UV. Nice pass there down low to Chuck Bloom. He puts that up and in. Continuing growing the lead for the Instigators, up 7 now. BBB a couple quick passes there, though, and leads to an easy layup.
Oh, stolen by Kevon Johnson. He's going to bring it the other way, lay it up, and
And BBB with the nice steal there and layup. That cuts the lead back down to 3 for the Instigators. Couple of quick possessions there for BBB. Cuts the lead down from 7 to 3.
Now Hughes got it again. Jumps it off. No. Won't go. Rebounded by Cruz Sanchez.
Tough shot there for Chuck. BBB gets down court though, stolen by the Instigators. Quick pass down court. And Chuck off the mark with that shot.
Rebounded by Josh Parker down to Jay Skinner. No. It won't go. Rebounded by Mike Hughes.
And it looks like both teams kind of pushing some shots there. Running down court, taking some long range shots. Another 3 attempt. That one's off the mark. We'll see if BBB, they pushed down low that time, cut the lead down just to 1 point there. So nice run for BBB. Couple of 3-point shots that didn't fall their way for both teams there. But after that quick run from the timeout, BBB has come back and got the game into 1 point here with the Instigators out in front. And nice shot there through the contact.
16-13 Instigators. With it. Oh, reverse layup up and good.
And BBB keeping right up with the Instigators so far on this run.
Yes, Indiana Truckers presented a new ABA team down here in Bedford, Indiana. And they're going to be an exhibition and fill-in team for the 24.
And some contact down low on that shot. Believe the Instigators may be going to the line here. With Rico at the line.
Yep. They signed a few more guys yesterday.
And that one's off the mark. A couple of missed free throws early on in this game for the Instigators. We've seen pretty improved free throw shooting throughout the most of the IBL Gold Cup, but I believe that puts us at 1 of 3, now 2 of 4, so about 50% right now throughout this first quarter.
Yeah. Jay Skinner fires a 3. Oh, in and out. Oh, good. Rebounded by Jackson Stone.
We got that quick substitution there. Jackson Stone now in the game with that rebound. Pulls up for a shot there. That one bounces off. BBB pushes fast. Pulls up for a 3, but that's off the mark. Jackson with another rebound. Rico drives down for a layup, but that's a little too much. That's off the mark with the putback. BBB continues to push down, pull up mid-range. That's off the mark. Pull up there for Jackson, and he knocks that one down. Gets himself on the board there. That puts the Instigators up by 4, 19-15. And a good pass down low for BBB. As far as the Instigators, you probably want to see that closed out a little bit better. That left them open for that shot down low, and the crash down low led to the foul from Jackson. That free throw is off the mark though, and nobody from BBB there to rebound. Keeps it a 2-point game, 2-point lead for the Instigators. And mid-range shot does not fall for Mike Pugh. We've seen that's been his go-to shot, it seems like, for the most part. Nice steal there by Chuck Bloom, though. Couple of nice moves there by JoJo. Pass out to Jackson, and he knocks down that shot.
Good job, Jackson.
And looks like we got our other co-host here.
What it do? What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, good, man. How's it going?
All right, good. You know, Instigators out in front here in the first quarter.
Oh, good. I didn't miss much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I hear our friends in the background.
Yeah, it's like a true Mystery Science Theater 3000 this week.
Nice. If you want at the quarter, I can switch to the other footage. Might make it a little easier. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
But this is great. Mystery Science Theater for real.
Yeah.
I do want to give a shout out though while we're here. Sorry. First of all, sorry I'm late. I do want to give a shout out though. Thank you to Minotaur Streaming for the excellent job they did on this. I don't know if you already did that, but I also want to give a shout out.
Yeah,
because they did such a great job.
Yeah, they did an amazing job broadcasting that live on Sunday.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch. I watched it live. I couldn't be there in person, but I watched the game live through their stream and really appreciated that they covered it. They might have known more about our players than I do, which is nice.
Yeah. It sounded a little bit more professional, I'll be honest.
Yeah, well, that's because they're more professional.
Yeah.
Let's see. And apparently we're back. All right, so we're down, or we're up 25-17. What did I miss? Anything good?
A couple of back and forth here, you know, early on in this game. Nothing too crazy so far.
Okay. Nice. Jackson's got the taped up numbers, I see.
Yeah, does look like he's got that back this week.
Nice. It's interesting. They run a different camera setup than we do. I really like it.
Yeah.
Three-pointer, Chuck with the rebound here, going to Kevin Cameron. There's a little bit of debate between the Minotaur guys whether or not that was actually Kevin, but they were right. It was Kevin. He played a really good game, from what I could tell. He gets the steal there. This is kind of like our season finale. You know what I'm saying?
It is. You know, hopefully we've got some more stuff coming up in the future for Amateur Night, though.
Oh, for sure we do, yeah. But at least for the IBL. The IBL's been a lot of fun. I'm really glad we played in it. Really good teams. BBB, I think, has at least Jay Skinner there. The guy that just rebounded there is going to be playing on the Shuckers, so I bet we'll see him again, at least in the preseason, and maybe even in a game that we need to cover if a team quits. I love that they're playing at the full court gym too. It brings me back to our very first game we ever played, as well as our first playoff game that we won, if you'll recall, against the Indiana Legends.
Yeah,
beat them pretty handily.
Yeah, I think we had a different coach back then.
We did. He was handsome, pretty good at coaching, all that good stuff. But he moved back where he should be, which is not on the sideline. I will say though, Coach Dobbs is what, her third game now, fifth game, something like that, coaching. Undefeated. She's done a hell of a job. I got to be honest with you. Really proud of what I've seen from Coach Dobbs. I think she's going to be a great hire. I don't know if you, well, we didn't see, she was talking to me after the game, and on the sideline, she had guys doing push-ups for missed layups.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, she's like putting some discipline on this team, which I love to see. All right, so we're up 11 here at the end of the first quarter. I didn't realize watching, because I got tuned in about this time. Here, we'll switch the streams over.
Right.
But I didn't realize that they were playing quarters when I first started watching. And so I was like, damn, we only scored 31 points in the first half. Like, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And then I realized it was the first quarter, and I was like, oh, that's pretty good. So that was nice. What did you see in the first quarter, though? Break it down. I didn't see anything because I was late.
Yeah, a little bit of a back and forth early on in that first quarter, but we had that nice timeout call there by Coach Dobbs, and after that, the Instigators kind of regrouped themselves, got a nice run there. BBB came back for a little bit, and then we had a couple of nice subs out. Jackson came in, he came in with a couple of rebounds, and then Kevin Cameron checked in and had a couple of nice steals there, and they've got the Instigators out early in front after the first quarter.
Nice. Yeah. Jackson's got that sweet mid-range shot. I think came through a little bit from what I remember in that quarter, which is good to see. I like that all the guys are wearing the same color, so it's a little easier to tell who's on our team and who's on their team. Except for here's the one thing that bothers me: our boy Rico Spikes had a hell of a season so far.
Yeah.
Is wearing a BBB jersey in this game.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know if he's like trying to like camo, like get them to think he's on their team, or if he's trying to send a message to them that he wants to play for them. But it's something I've been thinking about. Other than that, I think the team's played really well. Particularly in this first quarter. We'll see how they go in the second quarter if they can expand that 11-point lead. Seen this happen with Instigators a little bit. Start off kind of slow, work their way up. But I don't know if you talked about it, but it was a huge upset. The Woodpeckers got beat in the first round of the Gold Cup tournament, which we didn't expect to happen. So congratulations to the basketball team, a team that we played that is really talented. They got all the way to the finals from the 8 seed.
Wow. Yeah, I forgot to bring that up. I knew the Woodpeckers going into this were the number 1 seed, undefeated as far as Gold Cup play until that point.
Yeah, no, it was surprising to me. We talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever we did the last stream. We thought BBB and we thought Woodpeckers were the 2 best teams. Woodpeckers didn't even win a game. I think that's a testament to the rest of the teams in this tournament. There weren't any teams that were really slouches. A lot of talent on every team. Some of these guys will be playing in the ABA this year, whether it's maybe with us or another team, whether it's with the Shuckers. So that's great, and I think it's just testament to the work that Scotty did. I will say though, I got my good luck charm on my new Instigators polo. You can buy these on apexsports.com, apexsports.com/shop or whatever. It's got is it on this side? Look at this, the ABA logo. These are fresh. It just came in.
That's nice.
So I'm gonna shill some of our gear. Buy your Instigator stuff today.
Yeah, all I got on is a little alligator claw necklace.
That's dope though. I like that a lot.
Yeah, when I met up AB down in Alabama for the All-Star weekend, I gave him one. There's like a bunch of gas stations that sell them down south, or at least
that's so
in
funny.
Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. No, it's crazy. I was like, I went to Florida, went to the state of Florida 1 year in college because I was like, we wanted to go see a University of Florida football game. Tim Tebow was there at the time, so we went to only game we get tickets for was Troy versus Florida, which is they're gonna get trounced or whatever. But I remember walking the campus in Gainesville, and there's like little baby alligators like peeking out.
Yeah.
What the fuck, no thanks. But anyway, all right. Well, let's get back to the action of this game. Sorry again, I was late. Work's been killing me, but I'm back and I'm ready to see what happens. Good luck, Instigators.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's fire this baby up. Oh my gosh, get out of the way.
The Hoosier State Instigators in black uniforms.
Do I have the sound on? Can you hear that? I think so.
Yep, I got it.
And BBB, who, as you might guess, are in the pink uniforms, representing the IBL Pro-Am.
Oh, I don't know why we can hear the announcing on this one. Were you playing from ours too?
Yeah, it was on ours.
I wonder why their commentary's on it. Isn't that weird? Oh, they were probably right by the camera. Oh, I thought you were playing like their stream. So I just switched this out for no reason.
It's all good.
Wow. We need a real producer that's not me, because I don't know.
Yeah.
By the way, that block was all ball. I'm just going to say that right now. That block was all ball. Terrible call by the refs. I feel like this angle, though, does work our camera much better with the zoom ins and everything. I think it looks much better than where it was kind of cramped before on a smaller court.
Yeah.
But it's like it feels like it's stretching its legs out a bit. Nice rebound by Chuck.
Can't get either one to go, so in my head, he's probably taking that ball.
Good job by the commentators. Man, I can't believe that. I'm an idiot. I just thought you were playing their stream because you couldn't access this or whatever. Anyway, we'll edit all this in post.
Yeah.
Nice rebound by Mike. Pass to Chuck. We saw them working the 1-3-1 a little bit in the first half. Let's see if they stick with that. The Instigators maybe. I don't think that was a travel either. But they hired. I got to give it to Scotty. I'll say the refs did a really good job all the way through the tournament. We commended them. You're always going to disagree with referees, right? No matter the sport. I think basketball is probably the most subjective sport when it comes to refereeing, besides like maybe gymnastics or something. But like, I thought they did a really good job, and Scotty even went like one step forward and hired high school certified referees for this game. So these referees know the rules. Obviously, we're not playing by ABA rules, although I wish we were at the end of this quarter for the shot heard around the world that we've all already seen. All of your streaming services and social medias. Nice pass there by Kevin. Good ball movement by the Instigators all game, I think. Did you see that no look over the top pass?
Nice pass.
Mike Pugh is so smooth. Like, that dude is a freak athlete. Ooh, good try by Kevin. They're going to call a foul there. Got a little sloppy. Kevin will do that. He'll play tough defense, but he'll also foul a couple times. As Rico checks in for Mike. Kevin steals a high five there that wasn't meant for him. Good work there. Looks like we're still running a 1-3-1 here. Is that right? Maybe not. Maybe there's a 3-2. Like a 3-2. Good steal attempt there by Chuck. Good ball movement by BBB.
Right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Chuck just takes that too easy. Right to the hoop.
With his name on
And bring the ball up here. 3-pointer by BBB. One of the things every team in this league does is shoot the three well, which is one of the things we struggled with. So it's good to see like us have to face that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely room for us to improve on defense from this past year.
Yep. Ooh, good steal by Nate there. He's going to dunk it. Have we had any missed dunks? That's the real thing.
I don't think so. And now that you remind me that, I'll have to do the dunk counter.
Yeah. That's the only reason people tune in. JoJo takes the ball in against four guys. Almost gets it.
Oh, just over Jackson Fingernails. Curry Sanchez with it.
Oh, lost the ball there, Chris. I feel like Chris might have been feeling a lot of pressure here because he has talked a lot of smack, particularly to Kevin. One of the things I like most about Chris is that he doesn't have a jump shot. He just has a shot. He doesn't jump at all, but it's pretty accurate from three-point range. He did get teased a little bit there because at the beginning of the season, because in the first week, I described his jump shot as an Angel Reese jump shot.
Oh, yeah.
And the team watched and teased him about that a little bit. So I'm going to double down and stand on what I said. Watch this young fan shooting here. We'll see how much that distracts. How much did it distract in the first quarter? That guy's shooting over there. Probably
not
a whole
much.
lot.
Yeah, not much.
Okay. It's always good to test our new AI here to see how it's working. Almost got a steal there by Tyree. Tyree's had a really solid IBL as well. Jackson just got blown by there. A lot more screens by the Instigators as well, though JoJo faked it, didn't need it there at all, and drives it to the basket. JoJo can do that about any time he wants.
Yeah.
So we're missing some key players in this game, obviously. No AB, no Joe. I think Joe's on vacation and like somewhere with his wife. There's an Angel Reese shot. No good. But Lance couldn't make it. He actually had a tire blowout and missed the game. So, and I don't know why AB wasn't there. Oh, I don't know if AB just didn't have a ride there or what. But turnover there. Jackson's going to go take a seat, I think.
Kicks it over. Chris Hayes.
The shot. That goes in.
Moser from way downtown. And it's 37-32 as we approach the 7-minute.
All right, Chuck's bringing it up. A lot of guys bring the ball up the court. It's good to see everyone getting that practice.
Nephew, I believe.
Ooh.
Whistle on the floor. Rico gets all
It's a foul. Oh, they called timeout. Sorry. I think Coach Dowd. So I think they were doing media timeouts here. When I watched the game, they always called one under 7, under 4, which is the ABA media timeouts. But normally you don't call. I'm confused about this one a little bit because you don't call media timeouts in the middle of a play. Normally you call media timeout at a dead ball. I don't know if it was a timeout or not. It could have been a timeout. Coach Dobbs is talking to the team over there. We haven't gotten off to a very good start in this second quarter. We only have what is that, 6 points to start the quarter. So hopefully we pick it up a little bit. Now that's a cool shot. We didn't see that a whole lot in the other one, but that's a cool shot. Good look at the gym there. It's nice to see Coach Dobbs on the sideline working with the team, getting some work in that she can do before the season even starts. Again, something Matt didn't get the opportunity to do. Coach Patterson, our first head coach. I got even less work with the team before games started because I took over the day before a game. So it's good to give her that opportunity, let the players work on the things that she's going to be looking at and really stretching. I think she's really used this opportunity to work on zone defense, which is something we're not going to use all the time, but enough that this is the perfect time to work on it. Mike's so shifty. Ooh, almost had him there. Instead, it goes to Chuck. Misses the mid-range, but Rico cleans up the glass. Rico reminds me a lot of what Chuck did last year. That's a jump ball. No, they call a foul. Wow. All right. Anyway, Rico's doing a lot of what we saw Chuck do last year. Where he's a guard, but he can also play forward. With no AB here and no Joe, we're kind of missing some of our forward play. Another three-pointer. But Rico's all over the board.
Yeah.
That's a kickball. Speaking of which, yesterday I turned on ESPN. Did you know yesterday was the Ocho Day on ESPN News?
I did not. I probably would have tuned in if I knew.
Yeah, no, I tuned in. There was a great kickball tournament going on when I tuned in. They had some of those pitchers throwing weird curveballs and all kinds of stuff out there. It was pretty cool to watch.
Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by
They had a whole Q Sport tournament, which was all like billiard games. The whole thing. Good ball movement by BBB. One of the things we saw, nice three-pointer. One of the things we saw really in week 1, which I think we're seeing a little bit here as well, but we saw kind of come together. Week 1, we played BBB. You could tell the biggest difference. You go back and watch the film, and you watch our commentary in that game. We talked a lot about the chemistry of BBB, how well they played together, and how often they played together, and kind of knowing each other, and how we had it. I feel like this game really highlights the growth of the Instigators as far as playing well together. I feel like both teams really have played well as units in this game, which has resulted in a close game, but also one where the Instigators are sticking in the game, whereas they really fell out of contention at the end of that game against BBB. Let's hope that doesn't happen here. But you can definitely see the growth from the Instigators as far as a chemistry standpoint against another team that has really big chemistry. Mike steering the offense. Not sure what happened there. Mike says, I'll just take it off the backboard. You can't give him that turnaround mid-range shot. He'll hit it every time.
Yeah, he's been deadly
tough
from the
shot.
mid-range.
Yeah. It's a tough shot, but Mike makes it look easy every time. The Minotaur guys did a good job yesterday talking about how high he gets on that jump to get over guys, which is a big difference. And so they were dead on that. They said, though, that Mike was 6'4". I believe Mike is only 6'4" when he's wearing heels, though. I think he's 6'2". He just jumps like he's 6'4". And again, we're seeing the no rebounding defense here.
Yeah.
They just believe in their guy to make these three-pointers, I guess. Shoots another one here. Puts them both in. Don't need a rebounder when they both go in. Yeah.
How are we feeling about those pink jerseys for BBB this time?
I'm going to be honest. I really like them, except for the numbers. It's really hard to read the numbers from a distance, but other than that, I really enjoy them.
It kind of blended a little bit, but it's pretty easy to tell the difference between the two teams.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm excited. Later this week, we'll start the votes for our shorts contest. I think I made the winners. I'm going to be honest with you. The ones with the stripes that I created are really solid.
There's not much competition so far.
Yeah, we have 3 options. I'm really disappointed that no one had any creativity on shorts. Shorts are harder to design than jerseys. They're not as flashy, but with a bad pair of shorts, if we had shorts like the ones Mike are wearing right now, everyone would make fun of our team because they don't match. Originally, I just thought about submitting a pair of jorts.
Be interesting.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Oh man, just a pair of jorts. Well, even if there was a lot of competition, though, as Chris hits that one for deep, if there was a lot of competition, I'd still think mine were going to win because those are solid. Ooh, good pass there. Off the BBB, the Better Business Bureau, I believe is what it stands for.
JoJo fires up three. Rebounded by Rico. Nice one-handed rebound there. Big man puts it up.
Got a tryout coming up this weekend, too. Getting a lot of texts about that.
Oh, yeah.
Last tryout of the Instigators. Oh, good kick by Chuck there. And then he caught it. I thought he kicked it out of bounds, but then he caught it. Probably the last tryout we have this season. So if you're looking to get on the Instigators team, as Chuck gets the steal there, I don't know what happened. He just kind of coughed it up. He glitched there. Did you see that? He stopped and the ball kept going. I don't know what happened. But if you think you have what it takes to be an Instigator, Saturday's your last chance to prove it.
Yeah.
Well, it's the kids camp right here in Bedford. Thanks for the roll there.
Yeah.
The lower third by Jake. Good shot there. I gotta tell you, watching this BBB team, there's several guys I'd like to see try out for the Instigators this Saturday on this team.
Yeah, they're a pretty solid team.
They are.
Yeah, this second quarter, they've really pulled it together. It's a one-score game now.
Yeah. They were down 11 at halftime. They've outscored the Instigators by 8 since then. And a half to really, or the quarter really to forget if you're the Instigators. Some miscues, some, frankly, uninspired defense. They gave up, 20 points in the first quarter, and so far 26 in the second. Not really great, but also lack of scoring with only 18 points scored so far in the quarter. Looks like they just need something to wake them up a little bit. JoJo with the pass to Tyree. Tyree's got some range. It's underrated. He can play. He plays under the hoop a lot, but man, can he bury the three? Less than a minute to go. That's a foul by JoJo with the floor check. That was more of a hockey defensive move than a basketball one.
Yeah.
And that'll take them to the line, right? 8 fouls means it's a 1-1.
46.8 seconds remaining.
My guess is though that he'll probably miss this first one, and Mike will like rebound it, and not realize it's a 1-on-1, 1-1, and then turn it over to the ref or something. You know, that's my prediction. There we go. That's technically a turnover. Thank you to the ref for being lenient. Oh man. Nostra Frosty is back.
Yeah.
Mike trying to run down the clock here. Again, no shot clock in the IBL. It'll be interesting to see in subsequent years of the IBL. This isn't their first year, but this is their first year with an exhibition team in the ABA. Next year, they're hoping to have a full-fledged team in the ABA. It'll be interesting to see if they change more of the IBL rules to match the ABA as they grow in closer affiliations. JoJo misses the layup there.
Drew Sanchez fires up the three. It'll be 2.
That's no good. 52-46 here at halftime. Tell you what, let's hit a commercial break and let's break down what we're seeing.
Yeah.
All right, so both teams head to the benches. We see co-owner Rob Tincher down there talking to Scotty, handing out some flyers for the kids camp. Nice, by the way, nice commercial graphics for the kids camp and the tryout. Appreciate those as we get the wide shot here. What did you see in that first half?
Yeah, first quarter was, back and forth in the beginning. Instigators had that timeout and went on a little bit of a run, but when that second quarter turned around, BBB really kind of pulled together. The shots weren't falling quite as much for the Instigators. Wouldn't say necessarily like bad defense. It just seemed that the shots weren't falling, and it kind of opened up when BBB starts hitting threes and the shots don't fall. That adds up.
Yeah, it's kind of the same playbook we've seen for every team that we've played in the IBL for the most part, right? Is that 3-pointers will keep them in the game until they don't, which may be hopefully what happens here. Is that BBB is not quite as hot, but that second quarter, they were pretty hot. 26 points in a 12-minute quarter. Pretty good for them. Instigators less hot, although ultimately not bad. They scored 21 points in that second quarter, so not terrible. Just not for a team that scored last year 100. As there's a dunk, add that one to the counter.
Yeah, I will.
But as a team that averaged 127 points a game, obviously we're used to them scoring more than 20 points a quarter, but honestly it's not terrible. Again, this is the games before were 2 20-minute halves, right? We were NCAA rules with a running clock, so we expected to score between the high 60s and high 80s. We scored over or right at 100 points a game. Then this is much more like the ABA, so my expectation would be 120 points or so. Would be a decent offensive outing for the Instigators. We're a little bit below that, but still over 100 to a 90, 92 point. 104 to 92 is what we're on pace for, so not terrible, right? Still within that range. Hopefully they pick it up. I think some of it too is they're experimenting. Again, we talked about it with his own offense. They came out in a 1-3-1, which we hadn't seen a whole lot this year. In fact, the 1-3-1, interestingly, is the first defense the Instigators played last year under Coach Patterson. The first game that we won, the first game we played, we lost playing the 1-3-1. So it's interesting to go back to it. I think it's something that fits us really well. The 1-3-1 has that middle guy who's kind of a shot blocker, which is what Jackson's been playing today. Our team's perfectly built for that, so it's good to see them working on some of those things while also maintaining a lead. I'll tell you, the guys look like they're locked in. They look serious, look ready to play. I think BBB is just really good competition, and we expected this to be a close game, and it is. let's hope it becomes less close in our favor as we move on throughout the half.
Yeah,
As we
and you
see,
mentioned
go ahead.
Yeah, you mentioned in that second quarter, you can tell the difference between the team chemistry from that first matchup against BBB to this matchup. And I'm sure some of it does have to do with Coach Dobbs as well. This is her third game with the team,
Yeah.
and these guys have played for the past month together, so starting to learn each other's moves, know where the ball's going to be when they pass it. Mike's had a couple of no look passes. That's stuff that you can't necessarily do just off that first game. That's
Yeah.
stuff that takes the whole month to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we've seen some guys come in and out a little bit. AB missed some games with an injury. He's not there today. Lance missed his, I think, second game. But the core has been there in and out for every game. And that's nice to see they work together even outside of this, which is something the Instigators did not do a whole lot last year. And to your point, it's really starting to come together. Guys are seeing each other. They're making passes. The ball's moving. We're seeing a lot less standing and dribbling and watching, and a lot more passing and moving and screens, which is, kind of from what I've observed, the difference between kind of rec league basketball and organized professional basketball, right? Is that they're doing something with a purpose. And, to your point, the addition of Coach Dobbs, we've seen it a couple times now. JoJo will bring the ball back up the court. He'll look over to the sideline. Coach Dobbs will give him a play. They'll run it, which is something the Instigators did far too little last season, in my opinion. Even with me as the head coach, that happened. We ran a few more plays, but not a ton. And part of it was that guys didn't have the opportunity to practice together. So half the guys knew the plays, the other half didn't. Whereas here, guys are playing together every week, like you said, for the last month. So they all know the plays. They're all on the same page, and they know what they're supposed to be doing and working a consistent system. So all those things are huge advantages to us going into the season, which kicks off on October 19th. But as well just builds up guys, especially guys you look at like Rico, newer guys to the team, Rico, Tyree, who's practiced with the team, Kevin, who's practiced with the team. You're starting to see them build confidence in a system that they hadn't played in before with guys they hadn't played with before. As the Instigators come back on the court, I don't know from whence they came, but they're here. They're here now. They look ready to go. We get ready here for the second half. There's a little Instigator over there with Chuck. I'll zoom in on it, get a good view. So it looks like who's going to start with the ball? Looks like the Instigators start with the ball, but I could be wrong. Maybe BBB are.
Yes. Right.
All right, BBB starts with the ball on the inbound here. Quick steal by Chuck, or I'm sorry, by Mike. I got to tell you that we didn't touch on it a whole lot, but the first half of this game was probably the best half of basketball we've seen Mike play for us in the IBL. He had some shining spots in the ABA, but so far in the IBL, he's really taken on a little bit of that mentor role to help guys get caught up. But now knowing, as JoJo hits the three, knowing that this is for a championship, Mike has really stepped up. And look at the steal by JoJo as he gets the easy lay-in. That full court press is going to mean something. That's a 3-point play, in the ABA. There's a foul there. Defense talking a bit. But that's a 3-point play in the fall. So being able to do that kind of stuff is really important. And, man, is JoJo the right guy to do it? You know what I mean?
Okay, we haven't seen Dawson since week 1.
We go to the free throw line here. I will say the one thing I saw was too many fouls probably by the Instigators as Mike kicks off his warm-up shirt in that first half.
Right.
You never want to see a team shooting a one-on-one because you fouled too many times, particularly in the ABA where there aren't a ton of fouls. Nice shot there. So the Instigators open up with a quick 5 points, all of them from JoJo Hart, and are up 9 points now after the free throw. Good ball movement there off the ball. Rico's going to, I thought he was going to pull it there. Good screen there by Tyree. Again, like the Instigators just doing a lot more screening and movement off ball. Look, all 5 guys are moving here. something we didn't see a whole lot last year, and it's been a huge improvement. Mike gets open in the middle of the key and puts in the shot. Just a completely different looking offense with everybody moving and looking for open space and setting screens for each other. Really the growth that we were hoping to see in year 2. Easy shot there for Cruz Sanchez.
Within 9 feet at least. Give or take 9 feet, I'll say Mike is.
Chuck tried to take it in. Good pass again. Another good pass. Good ball movement by the Instigators. And then the rebound on top of that. So that's a quick 8 points for JoJo Hart in the first less than 2 minutes to come out. So he can do that. You know, he'll just he's a really good ball distributor, really good at setting the pace, but he can also bury shots like no other. He can fill up the basket for sure. All right, so the surprise trap again.
Johnson fires up a 3 and it's no good.
JoJo pushes the ball a little bit here. Ooh, just a bad pass.
Very slow pass down the court. Austin Moser over to Josh Parker. Parker drives the basket up. No good.
Blocking another foul. So again, Instigators kind of reaching like this instead of straight up. You know what I mean? Getting a little greedy there. That's definitely one thing I've seen here in the IBL that I think we probably need to clean up a little bit. As we just reach in too much and get called for too many fouls like that, where really like you don't have much of a shot of blocking that clean there. And even if you do block it cleanly there, they're not going to think it was clean. As JoJo comes out and we see Kevin Cameron check in for him. A little surprising to see JoJo check out there after scoring 8 quick points, but clearly giving him a blow. And Skaters are up 11. Mike Q comes up as the point guard. Good job keeping the ball high there so no one can steal it. Rico drives in, finds Tyree, who bobbles it, and then gets it in. Good stuff by the Instigators so far to start this half. Much crisper than the end of the first half. See, there, Kevin, that was growth by Kevin. You saw him straight up that time. He didn't reach in. He didn't try to swat it. He just went straight up, got in the guy's face, and forced a miss. Really good growth by Kevin Cameron.
Yeah, I think Kevin, honestly, if we did a vote for most improved player from the beginning of this tournament, I think he would definitely be up there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting watching the stream. The Minotaur guys are like, you know who Kevin is by who's the loudest on the court. We can always hear Kevin Cameron.
Yeah.
But he was so quiet in this game that they were questioning themselves about whether they were remembering the right guys. Minotaur guys, you were remembering the right guy. It was Kevin that was the loudest. But it's something that he's been really working on, is focusing on his game. And you're starting to see that maturity here. I think he has a really good game here in this championship game, and does less of that kind of chirping, although that's definitely a good part of his game when you need it. But there's times to do that and times not to do that, and he's learning that. And, you know, it's just more of that, not just physical on the court growth, but mental growth as well of a player. And Kevin's been putting on work on both ends of that. 3-point shot there. That's a bank shot. That should be -1. That's my rule. If you bank it, it's only a 2.
You got to call it. Then it's okay. But if you don't call it, then yeah.
If you call it, it's +1. If you don't call it, it's -1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it should be. Tyree goes to the line here. I haven't seen Tyree shoot a whole lot of free throws. We'll see how this goes. Instigators are definitely down there ready to rebound. I'd like to see us. Have you ever seen, I don't know if you've seen it, it goes around Instagram a lot, but North Carolina has a really good defensive strategy for this, where they basically send like Chuck across and the other guy behind him to like block out the guy that's not ready to be blocked out. Anyway, I'd like to see us try it. We don't, but it would have been interesting to see. Oh, as Jay Skinner just kind of loses the ball here, as you see the quick throw in by Instigators here. Really good play there, practicing some of that ABA stuff, right? When the ball goes out of bounds, get it right away, throw it right in. We saw it there Pass gets deflected, but really well done. Braxton Barrett in the game now for the big booty boys. Man, what a pass there by Mike Pugh. Really smooth, man. He's just doing everything tonight. You see number 30, I don't know his name, taking the ball and he loses it there. Looks like they called a foul on the Instigators. Oof. As the Minotaur guys, when I watched this, were calling Jackson Stone Stonewall Jackson, and I really like that nickname. What do you think? Give it a rating, 1 out of 10. What do you rate that?
Yeah, I like that. That's one of the better ones. I mean, I'd put that up there, maybe in the range of like a 9.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I agree with you. It's we have a lot of good nicknames for our teams, right? We got, of course, now Stonewall Jackson. We'll add that one. We're gonna borrow it. We got Hollywood, AB. We got Swish, Lawan Whitney. We got Chuck Nasty. We got Stunna Boy. We got some solid nicknames. What do you think of? Remember the XFL? They used to put the nicknames on the back of the jerseys. What do you think about that instead of last names? Where do you stand on that? It was a controversial vote last night.
I think it would be pretty cool. I think the NBA even played around with that for a little bit.
They did. I like that. I also like the idea of like Instagram handles. It's like free publicity. You know what I mean? Unless it's like Mom Humper 69 or something. That's where you got to look out.
Yeah, we both come from the FCF. Some of the FCF guys would have their Instagram handles as their nameplates.
Yeah, I think that's great. Free publicity for the guys. Maybe Kevin Cameron doesn't need it with his 23,000 Instagram followers, but the other guys could sure use the boost. I think Jackson has about 4 Instagram followers, and 2 of them are my burner accounts. So.
I'm one of the other.
Okay, so we're 3 of them now. But yeah, no, I think that stuff would be cool. It's cool to look at those kind of things. Some of the stuff that I think of as like modernizing pro sports. Right? They didn't used to have anything, and they put last names on there. Now you see leagues starting to play with it a little bit. We hit a quick timeout here as we see some shots from some guys that didn't make it to the Super Cup final, shooting the ball there. There's a banner. It's I don't know if you can see my mouse, but right here is the banner from when the Shuckers. If you don't think it's pride, it's from when the Shuckers beat us in our exhibition game. It has the score.
Oh, yeah.
So if you don't think there's pride in that game, you're wrong. They're really proud of that game. And it's really annoying that every time we walk in the gym, we have to see that damn thing. But it's a reminder of the work that we got to put in as well. Let's make sure that. Although the leading scorer of that game was a guy by the name of Lawan Whitney.
Yeah.
He won't be the leading scorer in that game next year for them.
Yeah.
Quick inbound here. Misses it. Good rebound by Rico. Rico's going to have a double-double in this game for sure. He takes that right to the hoop. And bring the ball up here. Almost another steal, and it is. Mike's chance. Here we go. Boom. Dunk. Put it on the counter.
Done by Mike Pugh.
Mike Pugh with the dunk.
Something tells me that we will see that on a clip somewhere on Mike's social media.
That's one of the signs I think of confidence too. The guys will dunk more, the more confident they are, and you can tell Mike's just heating up with that dunk with the one-handed slam. It's interesting. He showed a clip. I think it was on his Instagram a few weeks ago of him doing that exact thing in Romania when he used to play overseas. And there he just hits the 3 there. Was the Jackson Stone 3-pointer in the first quarter? Did I miss that?
Yeah, it was towards the end of the first quarter.
That's what I thought, man. That was cool to see too. Instigators going on a run here. All of a sudden up 21 points in a game that was, 6 points at halftime or something like that?
Yeah.
I think it was 52-46 at halftime. So what is that? A 27-12 run by the Instigators here in this quarter. Pretty good stuff. As JoJo checks in for Mike. Mike's probably going to check his Instagram, see all the messages he got after that dunk. Inbound there by BBB. Jay Skinner with the ball. Goes right around Kevin Cameron. Sorry about that. Kevin Cameron hits the three-pointer. Fires right back.
That rendered me speechless. That was a very long three-pointer, and the net barely moved. Jay Skinner says, well, let's see if I can do it.
All right, we're seeing BBB trying to answer back. They miss. They got the ball back, though. Here comes Angel Reese's jump shot. Misses. Good rebound and make. See, that's the play we can't make. Can't foul there. Got to quit swatting at stuff we can't block.
Let's see here. Here comes Mike. Nice work on cameras by Natalie. Boom!
I do like, we haven't seen this a whole lot, but I do like the zoom in here from the camera. Like, it's doing a good job this game of zooming in. We get a pretty good shot and zooming back out. Pretty cool stuff. AI is scary.
Yeah.
Kevin Cameron put his guys on skates there and just misses off the front of the rim. Good block there by JoJo. They're flying all over the place this quarter. See, don't leave your feet there, Kevin.
Oh, no.
And then don't bail, Kevin.
Rico thought he was
You can tell Rico thought he had help on that side, but Kevin was going out to guard the guy. It's kind of tough.
And meanwhile, Rico said, dang it.
Comes a screen there. Nice job taking the guy with him on the screen. Leaves Chuck wide open for the shot.
Long shot by Dawson.
Jackson Barrett hits the shot. So 16-point game here. Oh, that's a tough shot there. Nice job by Kevin. Kevin has those moves, man. Like, when he uses them well, which he has in this game, he get ridiculous shots like that. He spins, he does the Euro step, and gets the lay-in all in one move as we get another media time. But interesting stuff here. We're starting to pull away again, up 18. Maintaining that 16 to 20 point lead here is kind of important, as what you hope to see from the Instigators. Maybe even grow it a little bit. But seeing we saw some bursts there by Mike. We saw JoJo. We saw Kevin. Just with some bursts of shooting there. That quick points. I think Kevin had 5 quick points. Mike had 5 quick points. And JoJo had 8 quick points. Just like in the matter of blink of an eye. It's nice to see that we have several guys that can just kind of do that and different options. It's like, okay, we're going to go to JoJo because he has 8 points, and they pull him out, put Kevin in. Kevin scores 5 quick points. Mike scores 5 quick points. They pull him out, put JoJo back in. It's hard to – who do you guard?
Yeah, and it's good to see in that third quarter. That was kind of our Achilles heel throughout the season, was the third quarter. We would fall behind, and then we'd have to pick it back up in the fourth. If we can kick it off in the third, that gives us a lot more to work with in that fourth.
Yeah, I heard, obviously I was there. Rob was in the locker room. He's our locker room reporter for this game. Told me that Coach Dobbs was really strict on some of the changes she wanted to see coming out in the half, including playing faster and being more intense on defense. And I think we've seen both of those things here in the third quarter. We get a turnover there by Kevin Cameron. Good pass there by BBB to get the wide open 3, and he hits it. Good ball movement again by BBB. They're a really solid team that know where everyone's going to be. Right here, I was worried JoJo was going to go out of bounds or go back, but he just barely missed. Look how close he gets to half court. Just takes it to the hoop. That was a tough lay-in, but he made it look easy. That's 10 points for JoJo Hart in the third quarter alone. good like team defense swarming around. Good ball movement, but the Instigators are rotating and helping each other out a lot there.
Keywan's going to shoot. It'll be short.
Forced to a missed shot.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, the steal there. It's probably one where you want to see Chuck just stop and let guys get ahead of him, but I get it. When you get the steal, you want to go, you know? JoJo's going to slow it down a bit here.
JoJo Hart brings it up. He throws it underneath Stonewall. Stonewall shot.
Ooh.
There you go. Chase that one.
All right.
Ball goes out of
Good, Jackson. Crush him against the wall. Show him who's boss. I'm just kidding. But,
It's Stonewall Jackson.
yep.
Yeah.
Into the stone wall. I just assumed he was doing a hockey check to show him who's boss. Kevin Cameron with the throw in here. Quick to Mike. Mike looking to back it down. We've got Jackson here. Why not? He hit one in the first. Almost put that one in. That wasn't a bad shot. Michael put it in, though. 16-point lead here still by the Instigators with a minute to go. Already cracked 90 points here in the third quarter. So after only having, what was it, 56, 52 at the end of the half, they're at 90. Pretty good. I think that's a 40-point quarter now for the Instigators, 52 to 92 if I'm doing math correctly. We'll take that every quarter, a 40-point quarter. You know what I mean? Shooting's just been, I think they've only missed a couple shots, maybe 2 shots. And they got offensive rebounds on both of them. So. Oh, tough miss there by Jackson. He fouls him. Oh. Way to recover, though. You know, you don't get the rebound. He gets right back on defense, stops the quick lay-in, and at least they got to run something now. That's the travel. 3-point shot goes in by Jay Skinner. You got to remember it. He can hit 3-point shots all the time if we don't guard him. He did it there. He hasn't been they've mostly kept him contained. Cruz Sanchez has scored a lot more than he has. But they mostly kept Skinner contained here, which has been good. Looks like the Instigators are going to hold for the last shot here. Nope, just kidding. Oh, just missed it. 10 seconds left, although the clock stopped there. A steal. Another 3-pointer missed. Let's just let the Minotaur guys take this.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! He hit that half-court shot! Underhanded half-court shot on Mike Hughes. Tell me you got that on replay. Oh my goodness!
We did get that on replay. So that's the end of the third quarter. That is an incredible call by the Minotaur guys. An incredible shot by Mike to make that shot to put us up 95 to 77. So that ended up being a 43-point quarter for the Instigators. Here's we head to the fourth, and they're up 18. But man, have you ever seen a shot like that before?
I don't think I ever have that. I mean, I've seen half court, full court shots, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody throw it underhand from that distance.
Yeah, I get why he did it, right? You got the divider right there, as we just saw. If the camera will go back, right here above us, right? You got that divider that was, half court, and so he had to get it under that and up and over and he did that calculation in about 0.8 seconds.
Yeah,
and hit that shot. Incredible. Shot of the year, hands down. Greatest shot in Instigators history for a long time.
Yeah, I was going to throw it up there. I mean, I can't think of another shot that's beaten that.
No, we've seen some really cool shots by the Instigators, some cool alley-oops and flashy plays, but by far the best shot we've ever seen, I think. We got to submit that to SportsCenter Top 10.
Yeah, I know. I don't know who you got to contact for that, but I feel like it should be on there.
I think they have a YouTube page that you upload it to. I was actually looking at it when he hit the shot. I was watching with my family, and both my kids and my wife, who are not huge basketball fans, went nuts when he buried that shot. I didn't even think they were watching the game. And then they saw that go in, and they just lost it as Rico goes to the line there.
Right. Yeah.
I can't believe that went in. I still can't, to now, 24 hours later, I can't believe that shot went in.
Yeah. That was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. I have only seen.
I gotta tell you, I agree with the Minotaur guys.
Shots in
Yeah.
That was incredible. One to talk about for sure.
So that was the third one, and that far and away the most incredible. It wasn't even.
I think though, like we don't get a good angle of it. I think I can go back and edit it from like the wide angle and like pull it in. I might try to do that tonight. But that was nuts. Congratulations to Mike. Just really like the cherry on top, even though there's a quarter to go. Just an incredible game by Mike in this game.
So, yeah. All right. So,
the one thing we haven't been able to watch from this game that I've really been looking for, I know you and I are both really interested in this. I need JoJo to shoot free throws to see if we're still no bounce all net.
He did shoot some free throws in the first quarter, and no bounce on either one of those shots.
No bounce all net, JoJo Hart. He's bringing the ball up here.
Maybe I'm just confused.
Going Instigators on top, Lakers on bottom. Rare turnover there. No uniform changes for the Instigators in the second half either. As BBB brings the ball up, down 18 points, trying to make a little bit of a run here.
He's trying to be humble, but it's hard to. You got two old fat guys up here going berserk over that shot.
They drill that. Brings it back within 16 points as JoJo brings the ball up. Catch up, camera. Jackson forces one up. He doesn't get it, but Kevin, I like to see Kevin slow down a little bit there. He had time to kind of turn around and collect himself. Good rebound nonetheless. Good job, JoJo, not fouling. We're going to catch him there. Let him put the shot in. It's 2 points. As we get a timeout here by the Instigators. And coach is upset with the referee about something. It looks like we're going to get technical free throws for BBB. Coach Dobbs gets her first technical of the season. She is only second in the all-time leaders list of coaches with technicals. One behind yours truly with 2. He misses the technical, though, so ball don't lie. Must not have been a real technical.
I think that's our first.
So that must be what
technical.
must not have been a timeout.
Yeah, I think that's
the
our
IBL?
first technical in the IBL. Yeah.
Wow. I think you're right. I don't think we've gotten another one. We had 2 against us, or for the other team. I think it was against BBB. Had 2 technicals in that first game against them. Maybe it wasn't BBB. I can't remember who it was. I don't think it was BBB. Maybe it was the Blue Demons. But anyway, some team had 2 technicals when they played against us. But yeah, I think you're right. That's a jump ball. Good job by Kevin Cameron with the hustle there. But yeah, so I think you're right. That's our first technical. Congratulations to Coach Dobbs to join the club.
Yeah.
Out of all of the people in the history of the world, interesting fact, Jake, only 2 Instigators coaches have ever gotten called for technicals. That's
pretty rare company.
Unique. Yeah, that's an exclusive club.
Yeah.
Right there. They should have called a foul, but they didn't. JoJo shoots the 3, and why not? He's been hot. Ooh, tip ball there by Jackson. Really well done. Nice tip there to JoJo, who's going to bring it out. Kevin will shoot the 3, and he buries it. Can't leave him that wide open. again, good perseverance by the Instigators, right? They don't get the rebound, they tip it, they miss, they get the rebound, they tip it to somebody else, they bring it back out, and finally open the ball. Again, good job by the Instigators. I'll tell you, BBB in the first game killed us with that pick and roll action that they just ran there. We defended it much better this game, and that was a good example of it. Last time someone was open every time they ran it. Ooh, JoJo just broke somebody's ankles. Did you see that guy almost fell? Mike goes to Kevin, who goes down. Good pass there by Kevin Cameron. Hits Stonewall Jackson, as they call him. Down low. I will say one of the things that was often criticized about Coach Patterson, and even myself as a coach, by fans were the minutes distribution for players. I feel like watching this game, I think the rotation's been on point. I think Coach is doing a really good job with that. Everyone's getting time. Everyone's getting minutes. Everyone's getting a breather, as we see right there. JoJo comes out up 19. So really interesting to see as the year goes on how that progresses. But so far, so good. Been really excited with Coach Dobbs and the work she's been putting in. As BBB goes back to the three-point line. I'm still trying to figure out a new BBB, what it stands for, you know. Buffalo Boneless Boys.
Yeah, I think Minotaur streaming, if I'm not mistaken, they said it was Big Belly Boys.
Yeah, it's confirmed that that's actually what it means.
Okay, yeah.
But you know, when you leave it up to interpretation, I'm gonna interpret.
Yeah, I still like the Big Baller brand, you know, the old Ball brothers, yeah.
I like that too. As we see see him bring it up here, BBB down 20 points. Haven't really been able to make a dent in that lead. It's been hovering right between 16 and 20, basically the entire second half. Good 2-point shot there. That was a tough shot, mid-range shot, going to his left, hand in his face, and he still put it in. You can't, as a defender, you can't really do much about that. You just move on. Rico with the shot. Oh, they called an offensive foul on Jackson Stone, apparently. Jackson doesn't seem too perturbed by it, so we won't be either. Number 8 brings it up here. Good screen there by Braxton. Way to pass it off, and the Instigators get the steal. Nice job. Again, good help defense, and they get the steal. You hear Coach Dobbs giving some pointers from the sideline. You love to hear that. Jackson makes the shot. I think I heard "give it to Rico now," meaning get the ball up, which is something that we've heard a lot. At least I have, as I've heard Coach talking to the team. We see a three-pointer there. Is really like on rebounds, on steals, get the ball up the court. Don't dribble it up the court, pass it up the court much faster. I think that was what she's trying to emphasize there, which is totally going to help our team. You know, I don't know if you know this, but you can generally throw a ball to a spot faster than you can run it. So it's just going to pick up our offensive speed.
Yeah, I think Joe Bird's proven that a couple of times.
Joe Bird has definitely proven that a couple of times. Yeah. What was that? 17-point game here by the Instigators. Way to get a hand in the face there by Rico. Something you like to see, the Instigators closing out on defense. You know, even if you're not going to block the shot, just seeing something out of a corner of a shooter's eye sometimes is enough to teach him that he's not going to make the shot. Good job, Mike, drawing the foul there.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea, Jim. Just check.
Real excited to fill out this roster. You know, we got, I think 5 guys signed or whatever it is. Guys that'll be solid contributors, but, your roster is 12 guys. You start 6, so we're really looking for some key pieces. I think the tryout will help us find those as we see a turnover there. Or I'm sorry, missed free throw. But on Saturday, you're really looking to fill out a roster that we have some good pieces, but there's a lot of needs still to be answered for that we're going to hopefully fill at that tryout.
Yeah.
And it's our first event at our new venue, Best Choice Fieldhouse in Fishers, Indiana.
Yeah, that'll be fun. It gives us a little insight as far as how the cameras are gonna look in there too.
Yeah, that's right. Pass to Kevin Cameron there, misses the shot. I want to go back and look at that at some point. I don't think Jackson tipped that in. I think a BBB tipped that ball in.
Yeah.
With the old own goal. 109.89. Instigators up 20 here with 6 minutes to go. No signs of slowing down, though, as they go up 22. As you see, Mike just smoothly Euro step to the basket. Good pass there by BBB. Make that extra pass, get the easy bucket. We haven't talked a lot about the kids camp, but it is in 2 weeks here in the same gym. Exclusive t-shirt for all kids that come to our kids camps, designed by yours truly, including the custom logo, which we've used for the flyer. What do you think about Chibi Instigator?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's definitely a cool opportunity to have exclusive merchandise. Any kid that's going to be at that camp, they are going to be the only ones that have access to that exclusive merchandise, and they'll be able to be the only one with that throughout the whole season.
Yeah, it's really cool. So tickets are selling now, $40, includes the price of the t-shirt in that, as well as I think 4 hours with a professional coach and professional basketball players to learn from the best. And hopefully we're about to prove we're the best, up 22 points here against the BBB for the Super Cup, 2024 IBL Super Cup. Huge honor. This is the first Super Cup. There's only one first ever winner of anything. And so, the Instigators have been waiting for kind of that big win. I know it's not the ABA, but this is a huge league, huge opportunity for us. Lots of great talent. Really has pushed our team to get better, as we've commented on several times. But, we went 1-1 in the ABA playoffs. Weren't able to win a championship there. Unfortunately, weren't able to win D'Angelo Russell's 3-on-3 tournament. So hopefully third time's a charm here to hoist a championship up. As JoJo brings the ball up, you see the Instigators slowing it down here with 4 minutes to go. Up 20 points. This is the right move. Again, I attribute this to Coach Dobbs 100%. Instigators, when they were coached by the players, did a lot of good things, but one of the things they did not do well is tempo and slow down when they were way ahead. We saw that. It didn't really hurt them in any of the games, as we get a three-pointer there by Kevin Cameron. Rebound. What a pass by Chuck Bloom there, and then another one by Kevin. Just missed. That pass by Chuck, that bounce pass to lead him was a really good pass around some defenders. But anyway, Coach Dobbs definitely, directing the guys a little bit and having them slow down. And what we've seen under a controlled environment, something the Instigators don't do a whole lot. Even there, Tyree wide open, doesn't take the shot. JoJo wide open, doesn't take the shot. They know they have no shot clock, so they don't have to worry about it. Running the Princeton offense here. Speaking of college sports, are you getting college football? Oh, you don't. Wait, it didn't come out on PS2, so you can't get it.
Yeah, I know.
College football's back.
I have the old one, but yeah, not the new one.
I saw a meme going around today. Guys were taking a delay of game the first play in honor of how long it took for a new game to come out.
Yeah,
which I thought was pretty clever. Instigators now up 17 as JoJo gets tripped up. All right, Braxton helped him up, so we forgive him. Braxton's a really good guy. Sure, he didn't trip him on purpose, so. But that gives the Instigators a 1-1. Okay, so I get to see it. Here we go. No bounce all net.
Mhm.
I'm designing a shirt this summer. No bounce all net. JoJo Hart, the JoJo Hart collection.
Yes. Yeah.
So here we go. 1-1 for JoJo. There it is.
Right.
No bounce.
Yeah.
And all net.
Yeah.
It just like it seems like he glitches. Look, it's like okay, like he looked like he was gonna bounce it, and then he didn't. He just puts it in.
Oh.
One of these days, we're gonna get him on the podcast. We're gonna ask him about where that came from. I'm really curious. Dude, JoJo thought about the skill there.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen another player do that.
Yes.
No, definitely not.
Nice layup there by Cruz.
So under 3 minutes to play. Instigators up 17 again. Kickball violation there by the Bees. Beyonce's best boys. With the out of bounds. Might go into work here because why not? He just kind of floats there. It's nuts. All right, Chris Hastewood, I think, is third three-pointer of the game. As both teams kind of realize what's coming here. The Instigators only up 17 now. JoJo Hart with 12, what is that, 13, 15 points in the second half by JoJo Hart. Really well played by him.
Oh, nice behind the back pass.
Chuck was going to take it up, then realized how much time he had, goes out and shoots a three. Don't love that, but it goes in, so we'll take it. And the Instigators expand it to a 20-point lead. Three-pointer there by the Buttermilk Baseball Bandits. Chuck brings it up here. Slows it down. He finds Tyree underneath the basket. Takes the double team. Chuck moving around. You know Chuck's got to love this. Chuck has played in the IBL for a long time. Really since it's been around the last 5 years or so. So you know he's got to love winning this championship. Chris Hayes with another shot, but he misses. So it's kind of his home court. You know, it's his home away from home. As we get a foul there. Oof. No real need for a foul. I got to tell you, I cashed in a bet yesterday because the Fever were playing, and I had them winning. I bet when they were down 7. And I put in a same-game parlay for them to win and to score over 80. Had a foul just like that when they were at 79 points. Caitlin Clark buries them both to get them to 81. My bet cashes out. So you love that when you're betting. Don't love that any other time.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
That's a foul there. No need for these fouls, guys. Game's literally 19 points apart. A minute to go. Why are we fouling it? That's just not smart.
Yeah. They're trying to
That's
end up
literally
on,
the only way they can get back in the game.
Yeah, trying to end up on bad beats.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. It'd be barely bad beats if
Yeah.
it was this team. I didn't bet in this game. I should have. We should at some point. We gotta get Instigators money lines. Although last year, right, we used the fan-controlled sports and entertainment. They ran some bets for us. Thank you to them. They've been a great partner. They're the inspiration for all this in our work with the FCF. But they ran some stuff. That was a lot of fun. I hope we can do that again with them this year.
Yeah, I hope we're able to.
Rico just kind of finding his way through. JoJo getting trapped here. This is the right move by BBB. Rico trains a three-pointer from forever. That's a different area code. Instigators up 30, 126 to 105. Another missed three-pointer. I'm sorry. 22 seconds to go. And the Instigators are just going to slow it down. Oh, no. We almost went perfect.
If you're in the neighborhood of Bedford, Indiana,
But the celebrations can begin as the Instigators. No, another missed dunk. The Instigators win, as you see Mike doing his push-ups over there for missing the dunk. But the Instigators win the Super Cup, your 2024 Super Cup, inaugural Super Cup champions. The Instigators is our feed cut there. But great win by the team. Let's take a quick break. Let's break down what we saw.
Yeah, we'll run that commercial one more time. We'll jump into that.
All right, break it down for us, Jake. What happened there is your Instigators become the inaugural IBL Super Cup champs.
Yeah, so a good game from both teams. That was one of the only teams we lost against going into these playoffs. We lost against the Woodpeckers and BBB. So definitely a little bit of a rivalry brewing into that matchup. Tough first quarter, a little bit of back and forth. Instigators got out front early. And then in that second quarter, BBB really cut that lead down, and Instigators kind of slowed down in that second quarter. But when it hit that half, things really flipped when we hit that third quarter. And I think a lot of that has to do with our new coach, Coach Jill Dobbs, really seemed to rally those guys. And you can just tell the tempo they came out with in that third quarter put us on a run and put us up for the rest of the game. But overall, good performances. I like that we've continued to run the multiple defenses and offensive schemes, run some plays, make sure everybody's passing the ball, finding the open player, and closing out on defense. I think the only negative per se we had was a little bit too aggressive sometimes, and getting a little bit too handsy, getting some free throws on the other team. But Mike had a couple of highlight plays that I think we'll be running for the rest of the offseason.
Yeah, I mean, not much to complain about there with the team, right? And we all know I'm a negative Nancy, but really played well, redeemed themselves in a way that you can only do on the court, right? They knew this was a team that they lost to. And actually, a lot of talk was made about the Woodpeckers game. But we actually, our largest loss was against BBB in that second game of that day. Was really the game that was frustrating, I think, for a lot of guys, including us, going out and watching. A game where, I thought we came in and thought we were going to blow through this league. And then we got put in our place, quite frankly, in that first week. So to come out, we got a little bit of revenge 2 weeks ago because half of the BBB team played together with half of the Herd team. And there were some good players in that game as well. And we won that game. But really, until we faced the full team, we didn't get that opportunity. But they came through in a big game that meant something. I know it's a Pro-Am. I know it's not the ABA season. But it definitely means something as far as the growth of this team, the growth of our players, showing that they can win when it counts. And they did that, and it meant a lot to them. We got some cool pictures up on our social media, if you haven't seen it, of the banner that we got that will be hanging at all of our home games, as well as the championship belt, which sadly I don't have on me. I was going to wear, but Chuck has it. So
Okay.
it's at Chuck's house for now, which it seems only fair. He earned it way more than I did. So congratulations to the guys. Congratulations to Coach Dobbs. Congratulations to you, Jake, for doing so well this IBL and broadcasting all these games with me. It's been a lot of fun for us to kind of break down the team and talk about it. I think for amateur night, we'll have it going at some point again in the future. Probably take a couple weeks off while we figure out what's next. We've gotten all kinds of good suggestions from the community. Gotten some things DM to us with some ideas, so we're definitely going to come back. But it's been fun to just watch Instigators basketball in this long drought, and so now we move on to the tryout. next week, 5 days from today. Shit.
Yeah.
To try to like sign what remains of our roster. And then hopefully start building, do the kids camp. And then before you know it, in September, we're talking preseason games. I'm already working on scheduling. Unfortunately, we just talked about realignment. 2 teams folded already in the ABA for the season. Clarksville Phoenix, a team that we played last year, went 1-1. They're the team that knocked us eventually out of the playoffs. Won't be back this year. Hopefully, again next year. They're going to rebrand and do some things, as well as the new team in Indiana, the Indiana Kings, which is unfortunate. But time marches on. We'll schedule some more games, and so there's a ton of news coming out soon to fill your instigator hearts. But in the meantime, what are you gonna do to celebrate this Super Cup win?
Uh, I don't know. I honestly didn't even think of anything.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something. Next time you're up for a game, we'll do something. We'll do a belated celebration. I figure maybe we'll go to a bar. We'll wear the banner around our necks, like people wear like flags at the Olympics. We'll cry about how great the team was. We'll demand that they put it on in the bar TV, and we make everyone watch. We just create a shrine where the logo of the shrine is Mike shooting that underhand 3/4 court shot. Something really classy is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea with the turning that shot from Mike into a logo. That might make some pretty cool shirts now that I think about it.
That would make some cool shirts. I'd like us to like eventually start creating like player collection shirts, kind of like
Yeah,
pro wrestlers do.
I've
You
got
go
that
get
one
like a
AB shirt.
yeah. You should
Yeah.
send me the picture to it again. I'll put it up. We'll have it
Okay.
up tomorrow.
Okay.
For that, we'll call it the Hollywood collection. But yeah, we'll just do a collection, just like you can get your Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt. You can get your Mike Pugh shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
Stunna, like all these guys would be great on shirts. JoJo, right? So that sounds fun. But in the meantime, last words for the IBL. Besides thank you to the IBL, I'll say that. Thank you to the IBL for allowing us to play and coming up with this cool format. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it's been awesome to be a part of it. I love that we've continued to grow our brands together. The IBL now is going to be joining the ABA, so that's going to be a team to look out for. I'm sure we'll wind up having some matchups against the Shuckers at some point. But really, I mean, that's where we've gotten a lot of our talent from the instigators. A lot of our core comes from the IBL. Chuck, Joe, obviously Lawan, he lit us up in that first matchup in the exhibition game, and
Yeah.
it's awesome to continue to grow with them. Hopefully, we're continue to do some partnerships with them in the future, and we got that kids camp coming up at the end of the month. So Bedford's honestly kind of like our second home.
It really is. And this kind of, I've talked to the guys about it a little bit. This kids camp will kind of end what I'm calling our Bedford residency. It's been a nice transition place where it has been our home, really since the end of last season until we take up time in Best Choice Fieldhouse, and they've been great. They've grown tremendously. It's fun to see, but we've grown tremendously because of the work with them. So, to your point, it's really cool to see. I don't professional basketball at this level is really hard to grow and get a footing, and so to see the two organizations working together and doing that is I'm super appreciative of as well. So well said. But let's get out of here because it's past my bedtime.
Yeah.
Until next time, be great, instigate.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. See you, Jay.
Yeah.